Abingtons. This is Podcast versus the World. I'm your host, your humble host, Cameron L. Abington. How's everybody doing today? Let's start here. If you're here, this is Podcast versus the World. As I said before, we're on all your podcasting locations. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're everywhere. Please look us up. Like and share. Like and respond. Leave messages. Whatever. Hey, joining the show doesn't cost you a thing to like it. Doesn't cost you a thing to join. To subscribe doesn't cost you a thing. We appreciate everybody who has subscribed. We appreciate everybody who's on. We do a live every night. Well, actually not every night, Monday through Friday. If we do Saturdays, I'll let you guys know. It just kind of depends on where I'm at. Just kind of depends. Just kind of depends. Just remember to do what the picture says. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Oh, before I escape my mind, we're sponsored by Doobie Energy Drink. Go to doobie.gg, use code podcast versus the world, get 10% off your order. Also, go to use rss.com, podcast versus the world. They'll help you get your podcast. You want to talk about fishing, you want to talk about whatever, you want to talk about politics. They'll like me. Go to RSS, they'll help you out, they'll lead you the right way. They'll get your podcast out to all the major players. All right. So I thought today, with everything going on, that we would go over what's been going on with Epstein. We'll talk about the whole thing. So let's start here. Not the whole thing. We'll start with when Donald Trump started campaigning. The second time, 2020, when he lost the 2020 election, threw his little hissy fit. And the whole time he was campaigning, he was going on podcasts like Joe Rogan and all them, and playing them up for suckers or whatever. Maybe not suckers, but he did play them. He played them. He promised everybody the Epstein files. Now, looking back at everything, I don't understand why you would promise something that you could possibly be in. If somebody can explain that to me, I would love to hear the response. If you knew that you would possibly be in it, why would you promise these people that you're going to give it to them? I'm going to give you the entire file. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Did you think you had more power over them than you thought? I think that's part of it because it doesn't make sense. If you knew that you were going to be in the file, when you try to deter them and say, hey, listen, the guy died, there's victims, we don't want to do that. No. Trump keeps feeding them the red meat. Keeps feeding them. Oh, yeah, I'm going to give you the file. JFK, MLK, I'm giving all the files up because the deep state, it's always the deep state. The deep state, they've been doing this for far too long, hiding stuff from us. You had Cash Patel and Dan Bongino. Bongino, that's what his name is. They made their whole podcasting career off of the Epstein files. They said, man, if I got in there, I'd let those files out as fast as I got in there. That's all you heard. Oh, it's the deep state. It's the deep state. They're hiding it from you because they know there's a bunch of Democrats in there and they're hiding it from you. But by God, when our guy Trump gets in there, he's going to rip them a new one. He's letting the files out. And there's not a Democrat around that can hide. That's what you were told. That's the lie that you were told. Fast forward, Trump gets in office January 20th. Now remember, mind you, MAGA hadn't forgot. MAGA hadn't forgot. So his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, comes up there and says, oh, The files are on my desk. Promises made, promises kept. It's on my desk. So then she brings up these Patsy. I don't want to call them Patsies, but that's kind of what they were. That's what kind of they were used for. Patsy podcasters, right wing, of course, and give them a folder that said Epstein files. What was it, part one or something like that? And they show them out there. They're out there, they're out there in front of the White House showing it. Hey, look at me! I got the Epstein files, part one. Woo! Come to find out, there's nothing new in them. No information, right? So that gets out. Then it comes up. There's no files. On the 4th of July, the Saturday or Sunday after the 4th of July, if you remember, it comes out that one, Epstein killed himself. Dan Bongino, he's making her out now. Actually, let's go back before that. Because remember, he had a falling out with Elon Musk. And Elon Musk comes out and says, "You ever wonder why those files haven't came out? Because he's in them." Drop the mic, sit back, and watch. Watch Donald Trump squirm. And anybody that would say that he was in the files or didn't know what was going on, Elon would disagree. And then Trump went on a tear. He went on a tear. Pam Bondi tried her best. On a Sunday, it was July. I can't even tell you the date. It was the Sunday after 4th of July. They come out and said there's no file. There's no files. There's no files. All of a sudden you had files, but then the files are gone and there's no files. There's no files. Right? But then Trump contradicts his attorney general, right? And says, oh no, any files that are out there, it's done by those Democrats. They made the file. They made the file. Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton. It was all those guys. They made the files up. They made the files. They fired James Comey's daughter. I don't know if you remember that. She was the one that actually put them in jail. If you don't remember, she did. She put them in jail. So they fired her. For what reason? I still don't know why. I don't. I don't know if it was because she actually adjudicated the. I mean, she tried the case. I mean, I honestly don't know. That makes sense. But it works in Trump's head. Whatever. But now Trump comes out and says anybody that wants these files, they're they're weaklings. He calls them names. Says I don't want you anyway. And boy, that hurt some of them. Boy, you could tell, like the Charlie Kirks and some of these cats, they were all for getting the Epstein files, but now it's like, oh, we got to follow the leader. But then something crazy happened. MAGA doesn't follow with him. And it's a weird deal. They don't follow. They don't take orders like they used to. They still want the files. And now it's starting to click in their heads. Well, why would he sit here and keep trying to throw us off the scent? It doesn't make sense. Democrats want it. I mean, honestly, it should have been something Democrats should have fought for when Joe Biden was in office, but you know, that's beyond the point right now. It really should have been. Honestly, it really should have been. We should have found out a long time ago, but he didn't. And his attorney general, don't get me started on that guy, didn't do it. Should have. Should have. So now everybody wants to talk to Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell, she was the big player. Now, before that, you have to remember there was more stuff coming out. Donald Trump and the dirty note, um, where his name Donald is spelled with, as in like in a woman's pubic hair. Um, in the leather bound book for the happy birthday. Anybody that talks about he's suing, he's tried to sue Rupert Murdoch for what was it, $10 billion, which Donald Trump didn't want to go sit here in front of do a deposition. He didn't want to go to Discovery. He didn't want that. He thought he was going to scare him off, and it didn't work. But Rupert Murdoch doesn't like Donald Trump anyway. He's if you didn't know, he's the owner of Fox News, Wall Street Journal. I mean, you read the Wall Street Journal, let me tell you something. There are some stories for your behind in the Wall Street Journal. Wall Street Journal got a lot of information, stuff that I didn't know. Sitting here reading how people were coming out of the woodwork to help Jeffrey Epstein after he got out of jail in 2008, bringing him back in high society. I mean, it's just crazy. So Donald Trump, he's scrambling. You can see it. You can see it every time he makes a move. He's scrambling. He's scrambling people. First, he starts off with what was it? The Washington Commanders need to go back to the Washington Redskins. The Cleveland Guardians need to go back to Cleveland Indians. Coca-Cola needs to use regular sugar. What else was there? Oh, he hates Rosie O'Donnell. She needs to stay in Ireland or he'll deport her. You know. Then he had to go to his big one. He went through all his playbook. It ain't working. It was Barack Obama. He did it. Then they went even further. And then they run Tulsi Gabbard's behind out there to sit here and lie to you. It's, oh, you remember this controversy when Trump ran for office and Barack Obama and them looked into it and come to find out they actually did find that Russia did, but they conclude that Russia did try to interfere in the election of Donald Trump the first time for Donald Trump against Hillary Clinton. Yeah, it really happened, right? And then the government had a big the intelligence committee looked through it, led by the now Secretary of State Marco Rubio, looked through it and took them 3 years, found there was nothing to it. That yes, they did try to help Donald Trump. Even Tulsi Gabbard, the person who is now the director of intelligence, said at the time, "Oh yeah, they were doing it. That's what they did. Russia tried." So all this happened, but somehow they found some documents that shows that Barack Obama created treason. Now, mind you, because of Donald Trump's nonsense on January the 6th, it is now stated that every president has immunity, implied immunity. So basically, let's say Barack Obama did do treason. He has immunity. They can't do a damn thing about it. That's the funny. I mean, what are we doing? And as we speak now, they're trying to get a grand jury together to sit here and do subpoenas and all this other crap. They're trying to get a grand jury together to indict or whatever, you know. So, which is like, okay, he has immunity. He can't do a damn thing if he did anything, but he didn't, right? But the Trump sphere, because now you have Republicans wanting to see what's in the file. Because see, believe it or not, there are Republicans that are tired of Donald Trump. Believe it or not, they're scared of him. Don't get me wrong, they're scared, but they would love to find a smoking gun to get rid of that guy. Believe it or not, I truly believe that there's people that are tired of him. Now you have at least two Republican senators stand up, and now there's six of them that want to see the files. They actually went through committee. I saw somewhere that Taylor Greene, what's her name, Marjorie Taylor Greene, put in for something to kick out Speaker Mike Johnson or something like that. to kick him out of his seat, which is like, okay, it, cards are falling. Trump is doing everything in his power to get us to stop looking at it. Now he sent his assistant attorney general to go talk to Ghislaine Maxwell, who didn't have nothing to say because the government's point of view was, well, I mean, we got him in jail. We got the main guy. She's the number two. Go to jail. But they make a deal. They make a deal. She is a violent felon, people. And she is in Club Fed, minimum security prison for non-violent offenders. And she is in Club Fed as we speak. Running, playing golf, or playing tennis. I know they have a golf course. They play tennis. You know, it's ridiculous. And all the while, oh, there's another part I forgot. When the Democrats and Republicans actually came together for something, Speaker Johnson sent them all home early because he didn't want them to have this. He didn't want to do that vote. You're going to hear a comment from me. We're putting politics over people again. What a shocker. What a shocker. Now, I don't know how much people really want to get these files out. I really don't. Right? I really don't know how much they really want to get them out because I believe there's Democrats on there. I don't give a shit personally, but you know, I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't give two shits who's on there. Put them all in prison. Put them all. They should all be in jail for the rest of their damn life. But here we go again. Now we have Republicans that don't want it to come out. Why? Don't you care about these young girls that all the things they went through? This is showing your true colors. But you rather have allegiance to Donald Trump than to these poor victims. I just find it baffling to me. So we'll see what happens when Congress comes back from break. I mean, if you want to read some salacious stuff, read the Wall Street Journal. Stuff's coming out all the time. Stuff's coming out all the time. Now there's a report that says that Donald Trump told the FBI to redact his name out of the Epstein files. So to counter that, I think it was a Republican. I can't remember his name. He said we want the Epstein files unredacted. We want every name. If you're gonna redact the name, redact the victims. Other than that, everybody needs to be shown the light. I agree. As we speak today, they're having a big meeting at JD Vance's house, I believe, about what to do. They know it's coming down. They know. They know it's about to be hammer time. How do we get Donald Trump out of this? Or are they trying to do a coup? There's something to think about. Is JD Vance trying to take over to be president for the last 2 years? Wouldn't that be something? It's very possible. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Like, you can't tell me like, oh, that would never happen. Listen, people, Washington's a dirty place. If you if you look at some of the stuff that's going on, it's filthy, man. I mean, looking from the point of view of Donald Trump, you've made your money. Your tariffs aren't working. You know that. You're not stupid. If they could find a way to get you out of there, I think partly you would take it. But because he wants to be an authoritarian and he likes all this shit, maybe not. If he had any sense, he's made money off his Dogecoin. You know, he's made all this extra money. I think they said he's made over half his net worth is what he's made in his first 6 months here, president. Think about that for a second, or 7 months. You know, having the dinners and all that. Think about that for a second. That's real talk. He's made billions of dollars. So just think about that. If you're Donald Trump, do you take that and get the hell out? Go move to, because Israel's about to take over Gaza. Go move to Gaza. You said you wanted to make it to the new Riviera. Get the hell out. Say you're sick. You're senile, whatever. Colleen Maxwell, she said she's not going to testify unless she gets clemency or immunity. She don't deserve neither. We don't need her. It'd be great, but we have to believe. You can't believe a damn word comes out of her mouth. Do you believe her? I don't. I don't believe her at all. She can't tell me nothing at this point. That's how you have to take it. You can't believe her. You can't believe a damn word she says. They've been talking to her for 2 days. Came back with a box. Oh, what was in the box? I don't know. Everybody found out. I don't know. So now we're just waiting for Congress to get back into session. So don't forget about it. Don't forget about it. We can walk and chew gum at the same time, people. We have the big, beautiful bill, right? We know it's about to affect millions of Americans. I mean, January 1st, the ACA payments, the ACA subsidies stop unless they change it, which they're not, because they don't care about middle America. The ACA or the big, beautiful bill should have taught you that. They don't give a shit about you. They'll say, oh, look at no tax on tips, no tax on overtime until 2028. Then it goes back to normal because they don't care about you. They definitely don't care about the lower 30%. They don't give a shit about them. The bill proves that. Now, maybe Congress gets in and they repeal the bill and they go back and they change some stuff up. Okay, we got something cooking there. But what's the chances of that? They couldn't even pass a bill about Congress cheating, um, doing stock market trading, illegal trading, insider trading. What are we talking about? You guys can't agree on anything. They agree on that. They don't want that to go through. They don't want that shit to go through. Heaven forbid. All right, so if you made it this far, that's where we're at right now, guys. That's where we're at. So if you made it this far, I appreciate it. It's Podcast versus the World, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. You'll see me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok's under my name, Cameron Abington. Facebook is under Podcast versus the World. We're gonna put this out tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, maybe tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Probably tomorrow morning. I gotta do a live here in a minute. I need to be on it now, but we'll get it in there. Um, the next episode, I think we're gonna talk about immigration. Unless something else comes up, we're gonna talk about the harsh realities of immigration. What's going on in the country? It's getting bad. It's getting worse, and it gets worse, and it gets worse, and it gets worse. Time to stand up, America. Time to stand up. So I'd like to thank everybody who's listening. Like and subscribe. Do like the frame says. Like and subscribe, please. We appreciate everybody who's listening, who supports the channel. Hey, go to doobie.gg, Podcast versus the World. My email's down there. Podcast versus the World 76 at gmail.com for any personal comments or questions or comments you want to go over. I answer all questions. So, if you have something you want to say to me, I answer all questions. I don't mind. I don't mind doing the extra work to find out what's going on or this and that. Okay, so I don't mind doing that. All right. So, with that being said, America, thank you so much for your time and patience with me. Uh, may God bless you. May God bless the United States of America. Have a wonderful night. Happy to help.